This is Derek Sites. This HTML tutorial is about a simple web page. Here we have the HTML code for a simple web page. It's in a text file. Everything in HTML is text. You just type it in on the keyboard using a text editor or more complete tool such as an integrated development environment. The key to understanding an HTML page is the concept of a tag. We'll look here at the HTML tag to start out. A tag is text that has a less than sign and a greater than sign enclosing it. So here's the HTML tag. Tags are also called elements, and the tags come in two varieties: paired, which are binary tags, or single unary tags. The HTML tag itself is a paired or binary tag. It has a beginning tag here, and if you look down here, an ending tag. The difference between the beginning tag and the ending tag is the presence of this leading slash character after the less than sign. You can think of a pair as bookends. This HTML tag begins a section that's defined to be HTML, and everything in between until this bookend is the HTML part of this page. Here's another binary tag, the body tag, and it ends down here. The body is the main section of the HTML page. Another section in this HTML page is the head section. It's binary. It has a head tag and a closing head tag right here. Unary tags, we have one down here, for example. This tag does not have a beginning and ending pair. This is a horizontal rule. It gives a horizontal line in the output. It is indicated as a unary tag because before the greater than symbol there's the slash there right in the tag itself. There's one other unary tag here. It's called a break tag. The break tag causes the page to go to a new line at that point. So right after this text, this is a simple web page, it'll go to a new line. Otherwise it would not. It would just continue. And we'll see more about that in a subsequent tutorial. So we have tags, binary tags, and unary tags. And between the tags is the text or other elements that make up those tags. For example, here's a paragraph tag. It's binary. In between is the text for a paragraph. A paragraph automatically puts a space line before and after it as necessary, so it has separation from its above and below content. But there's just text in there. Whereas the HTML tag, it wasn't just text, there were other tags inside of it. So tags can be nested inside, but the nesting has to be complete. You cannot have a bookend and a closing bookend and then another bookend pair must be completely contained within it. So the body tag here is completely within the HTML. You couldn't have this body header outside this HTML header because then they would overlap. That would be improper syntax of the tags. At the top of the file up here, there's this descriptor called doc type with an exclamation point in front of it. That defines what type of HTML file this will be. And when browsers read an HTML file, they will start at the top and go down, and that's the first thing they'll see, and they'll want to know what kind of file this is supposed to be. This doc type is a very simple one, just says HTML. This was introduced in HTML5, version 5, and says that this page is intended to be a version 5 page. Older doc types are much more complicated. They have all kinds of cryptic looking things that very few people really understand. So it's good to keep things simple. Here are 2 comment tags. Comments begin with not quite trivial characters here, less than, exclamation point, dash dash, and they end with a dash dash greater than sign. Everything in between, whether it be on a single line or multiple lines, is a comment. So here's 2 separate comment tags. So we have, as we were saying, binary tags, unary tags. Content between the binary tags can be text or nested tags. Another thing that can occur is an attribute. This H2 tag here, pair, is a heading 2. There are 6 levels of heading in HTML, and they give different sizes to the font, with H1 being the largest and down through H6 being the smallest. So H2 is the second largest heading text. But inside this header tag, notice that there's something inside the tag. This is called an attribute. An attribute has a name, an equal sign, and then a value within quotes. So this particular attribute is a style attribute, and its value is all this in here that we don't need to understand at this point. However, it is important to get the basic ideas here of binary tags, unary tags, content within the tags, and the fact that some tags can have 1 or more attributes. And this gives a great deal of flexibility, and there are hundreds of tags, including attributes and elements, available to provide rich variety within the web pages. Let's go look at this page in the browser now. Here we are in the browser, and we see the title attribute, not the title attribute, the title tag, which we didn't really talk about much, but it went up in the tab here. See, simple web page, it went up into the tab. Here's the header 2, simple web page. It's a larger font. Here's the text. This is a simple web page with the break character. You can't see it, but it makes a new line. This was the paragraph. It ensures that there's a line before it. There is, so it's okay, and a line after it. And this is the horizontal rule. So here we have a very simple web page, but you got to start simple. Let's go back one more time to the code. Here again in the code, and that title tag that we didn't really talk about is in the head section, and that does bring another point. Notice that sometimes I've shown the tags like the head tag here vertically, and here the title tag is horizontal. The order of the spacing in the file really doesn't matter. You can put the paragraph tag like we have right here, the title tag like that, or I could put the beginning P tag on a line by itself, that's all for now, on a line by itself, and the ending paragraph tag on a line by itself. It makes no difference. What's important is the hierarchy of containment, the fact that there are these tags, their nesting, and what they contain inside them. So this concludes this starter tutorial on a simple web page.